Hi everyone, my name is Nathan Groot and welcome to this new etude series. This will be primarily for violists. I am a violist, but if you're a violinist, you might also find some use in it. I will be speaking about the etudes in terms of viola, so just remember that means that compared to your part, the viola part is 1/5 down. So if I'm talking about a third finger on my C string, that's a third finger on your G string. I'm creating this video series partially for my own students so that they can sort of refer back to some of the concepts we cover in our lessons, but selfishly I'm also creating this for myself. A lot of these etudes I've played a lot and have taught a lot. Some of them I haven't really played that much. Maybe it's been a decade or more since I looked at it. So partially I'm getting something out of this by going through and systematically sort of looking at all these etudes again. But also I want this to be a free resource for violists and maybe also violinists to have a little extra help on some of those etudes. When I was learning the viola, the internet as we know it was just sort of getting started. And when YouTube first started, I'd been playing for a few years, and I started looking for a resource that, in my mind, was kind of similar to what I'm creating here. It was something that, as a young violist, I was assigned these etudes, and I wanted to know, first of all, what is an etude? What am I supposed to do with this? How do I practice it? What does it even sound like when it's performed at tempo? And so this is, I hope that this will sort of fill that void. Now, there are a lot more resources now than there were back in 2006 when I was looking for these types of resources. But I'm hoping that even now, this might fill a certain need that exists today. So hopefully this will be helpful. I want to emphasize this is not, underscore, not a replacement for lessons. You're not going to get the same level of interaction between teacher and student in this type of format because I don't know who's watching. I can't see you. I can't react to what you're doing. This is really just sort of a supplemental reference point. Sort of like if you remember back, people in my generation when we were in school, maybe we'd look up Khan Academy or something to help us with our homework. This is a little bit like that. It doesn't replace school altogether, but it could be a supplemental resource for people who are in lessons and studying this material. This leads us to the planned structure of this series. My plan is to go through one etude book at a time and go through those etudes chronologically. What I'm going to do with each of those etudes is create a sort of a two-part video. One where I play it. If it's a fast etude, maybe I'll have a practice tempo and then a performance tempo. And then the second half of the video is just going to be sort of some tips that I might offer one of my own students when preparing this etude. Maybe mention a few of the pitfalls, mention a few of the things to watch out for, and ways you might practice it. Remember that etudes are all designed to go after one particular technical or musical problem. So identifying that and helping with how to practice that hopefully will be at least somewhat useful to you. As always, with any of my projects, if anyone has comments, concerns, questions, things they would like to see done differently, feel free to reach out to me either in the comments below this video or via email, which you can find in the channel on my website. I'd love to hear from you just in general, but I always love to get feedback because a lot of people have really great ideas that I just haven't thought of. All right, I hope you enjoy and I hope you find this series useful.